Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me from. This is Samongoro. Kindly subscribe, share, and like my YouTube channel. My YouTube name is Samongoro. Now, today I want to talk about benefits of having sex in marriage. Benefits of having sex in marriage. I have not said that having sex before marriage. You all know that if you're having sex before marriage, it's called fornication. And you all know that if you're having sex while in a relationship, or if you're married and having sex outside your marriage, it's called adultery. All I'm talking about here, sex, God created it to be enjoyed by married people. If you're not married, if you are single and you're having sex all over, ladies and gentlemen, believe me, that is called fornication. That's not what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about the importance of sex in your marriage. The importance of sex in marriage. I'm not talking about if you're not married, you should not have sex. That is just common sense, and the good book says so. And if you're married, stick to your partner. So these are some of the benefits that come with sex in marriage. Number one, sex is God's gift for the both of you in marriage. Sex is a gift given to married couple from God Himself for those people who are married. If you are in a marriage, sex is a gift that was given to you by God. This is a gift that is supposed to be enjoyed only by married people, by marriage couple. You too will be going against God's desire not to do it. You will be going against God's will if you cannot have sex. For it is a gift that was given by God to be enjoyed by married people only. Ladies and gentlemen, sex in marriage is a beautiful thing. But sex before marriage is sin. Sex outside marriage is sin. It's called adultery and fornication before marriage. So sex is a gift. Just get that into your mind. Sex is a gift from God. You will be going against God's wish and will if you cannot have sex while in marriage. If you're married and you cannot have sex, you will be going against God's will. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're married, have sex as much as you can. Number two, sex relieves stress and taking away tension. Sex relieves stress and takes away tension. If you are going through stress, if you have tension for any reason, be financial tension, be educational, things are not going through your way. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, sex relieves stress. Sex takes away stress and tension, ladies and gentlemen. If you're stressed, going through something, hey, try sex. And I'm only strictly talking to married people. You too, relax. Sex makes you relax. Even in the midst of tough times. Even when the storms are on your way, they are so overwhelming. Sex can make you relaxed. Two of you can be relaxed. Even when you're going through tough times, ladies and gentlemen, sex takes away stress, relieves tension. So have sex. It will make you relax and forget your tough time or whatever that you are going through. It will make you forget. Not permanently, but for some time. So have what? Have sex if you're married and you're going through tough times. Number three, sex makes the two of you create exclusive memories. Sex can make the two of you create exclusive memories that makes you two bond deeply. Sex can make you bond with your spouse deeply. It can create exclusive memories down the lanes. Ladies and gentlemen, sex in marriage is very important, and it has a lot of benefits. Number 4, sex is a celebration of your love. Sex is a celebration of what? Of your love. It is like a Thanksgiving party on the sheets where only two are invited. Sex is a celebration of your love. So if you love one another, sex is a reward that can be enjoyed by the two of you. It is like a Thanksgiving party after party. And that Thanksgiving party can only be done under the sheets where only two of you are invited, ladies and gentlemen. You see the benefits of having sex in marriage? They are numberless. They are numberless, ladies. Number 5, sex affirms that the two of you are in love. Sex affirms you too of your love. It affirms that you're still strong in love with one another. It reminds you too that you are a couple, ladies and gentlemen. It reminds you that you are what? A couple. It doesn't remind you that you are single and sleeping with one another. Single sleeping with married people. Married people sleeping with others. That's not what it reminds you. Sex, number 5, affirms you too of your love. It reminds you too that you are a couple, you are married, ladies and gentlemen. That's why married people panic when the frequency dwindles. That's what really brings panic to couples when sex urge is not there anymore. Some wives even remember the exact day the husband last touched them and they wonder what happened. You know, sex brings panic in a relationship when it's not there anymore, or when it's once a month or once or twice a year, ladies and gentlemen. And even some wives even remember the exact day, time, and date when the husband last touched them and they wonder what happened, what changed, ladies and gentlemen. If your sex life is dwindling or going down, it is slowly dying. You need to rekindle it. Some wives even remember the last time you kissed them. Some women also remember their first kiss, which, when you ask some men, don't even remember the kiss they had last night. Women remember a lot of things. They have elephant memories that keep stuff. So marriage is supposed to be accompanied by sex, ladies and gentlemen. Number 6, sex helps you two to be vulnerable. As you two strip down to physical nakedness, it will help you two to be emotionally naked with each other. Ladies and gentlemen, the beauty of having sex in marriage. Number 7, sex is good for your physical health. Listen that. Physical is good. Sex is good for your physical health. Ladies and gentlemen, believe me, sex is a workout itself. So it is good for your physical health. So guess what? If you can have more sex, guess what? You'll be more healthier, physically more healthier than those who have it once in a while. I'm not saying that you go wild having sex with anybody you see out there, saying that you want to be physical fit. Have sex with your spouse. Sex is good for your physical health. As a physical activity, sex is good workout. It helps your body, organs, and the blood circulation better. Listen, sex is a good workout, ladies and gentlemen. If you're married, please exercise that opportunity and have it. It helps your body organs and the blood circulation. It helps your heart beats better. It helps the organs of your body function even better, ladies and gentlemen. And above all, blood circulation circulates better. So what should you do when you are married? Enjoy your spouse by having sex. It will keep you to fit. It's a good workout. Number 8. Sex is a journey of self-discovery and the discovering of your spouse. Number 8. Sex is a journey of self-discovery and discovering your spouse too. So sex is a way of discovering one another, ladies and gentlemen. As the two work on sexual pleasing each other, as you work pleasing one another. Sex also can be so frustrating when it's a one way. You find out that you're having sex with your spouse, but your spouse never reached the climax. It's only one person who reaches what? The climax. So as much as you have sex, as much as it's a journey of self-discovery and that of discovering your spouse, you also need to satisfy one another. You all need to reach the climax, or most of you say cloud 9. So as you work, make sure that you are pleasing your partner as much as you are pleasing yourself. You will discover new things about yourself and your body and about your spouse and his or her body. This makes the two of you know each other better. You need to discover the strengths and weaknesses about sex, about your spouse and yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to discover and explore your spouse, have sex. It's a gift that was given by couples from who? From God. Number 9, sex allows two of you to express your naughty side. It's good to be naughty to your spouse. You can't be naughty to everyone, but it's good to be naughty to your spouse. Sex allows the two to express your naughty side. We all have a naughtiness inside that we hide from the public. Everybody is naughty. The level of naughtiness is what differs from one spouse to another. The naughtiness that is being hidden from the public, that is supposed to be expressed and explored by your spouse. Express your naughtiness to your spouse. Those things that are hidden from the public, ladies and gentlemen, but you can explore and show it and express it to your partner. Sex with your spouse helps you to release that naughtiness hidden in you. If you have not enjoyed or you have not discovered, explored the naughtiness in your spouse, then you need to do more. You need to be more involved in sex with your spouse. Number 10, sex brings down walls. Sex can bring down walls. I'm not saying walls that when you hear a man saying, oh, kill me, or a lady saying, oh, do this, or do... No. Ladies and gentlemen, on a lighter note, sex brings down walls. It can bring down mountains, ladies and gentlemen. As you two have sex, you will realize that you will also find it easier to talk about difficult conversations, and you won't be so guarded because you feel you belong. Sex can bring down walls that normally, or barriers that can even affect you from talking to your spouse freely. But sex can bring those walls down. And you realize that you will also find it easier to talk about difficult conversations and won't be so guarded because you feel you belong. That's what sex can do. Number 11, sex gives you a glow that reflects on your children, your workmates, friends, and the public. Sex gives you a glow that reflects on your children, your workmates, friends, and the public. People who are sexed really good tend to be so upbeat, happy and positive. So if your spouse is not happy, work on your sex. If your spouse is so negative, bitter, and everything, you need to work on your sex, which means you are not sexed properly. You know, I was working somewhere in a company. Then a few men, we had a supervisor who was a woman. That woman, she was always bitter and angry. She could come and just harass everyone. Every time that we saw that woman coming, everybody could tremble. One guy called me and said, you know what? That woman is lacking sex. That's why you see she is so bitter. I don't know how true that was, but from doing my own research, I've realized that women who don't have sex more often, they look frustrated. Their face looks gloomy. And guess what? They are not productive at their workplace. They are so bitter every time everybody comes across. She looks frustrated and tends to frustrate others. Number 12, frequent sex reduces the power of temptation, ladies and gentlemen. It reduces the power of temptation. Frequent sex reduces the power of temptation. When you and your spouse have a healthy sex life and you do it frequently, you will be too satisfied to be lured by another person. You'll be a man or a woman. Frequent sex reduces the temptation, the power of temptation. No matter how much you are tempted, if you have sex more frequently with your partner, ladies and gentlemen, you'll not be lured by another person. Believe me. Number 13, sex helps you to solve issues. It helps you to solve issues pertaining your relationship or your marriage. Once two of you talk about an issue or you go for days fighting over something, then you make up and have sex. It brings a feeling of closure and togetherness. That is why make-up sex is sweet and passionate. There is what we call make-up what? Make-up sex. I had it for the first time 2 weeks ago, that there is what is called make-up sex. I even realized there is what is called angry sex. You need to explore your partner. Number 14, sex keeps you warm. Ladies and gentlemen, sex keeps you warm. Nothing warms up your body in a cold season like a good sex with your spouse. Sex keeps you warm, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that you are single and you start having sex all over. That's fornication. Remember that. I am talking about married people, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not talking about single people or married people exhausting sex from outside. That's not what I'm talking about. Sex before marriage is called fornication, and the sex outside marriage is called adultery. So be very careful. I'm talking sex within couples, sex in marriage. So don't tell me that I say it because it is called, now you go start exhausting sex from outside. No, it's sex outside marriage or before marriage. It's a sin, ladies and gentlemen. Number 16, sex provides an opportunity for two of you to feel loved. When you have a spouse whose intent is to make you feel good to the maximum, you will feel really loved by having what? Sex. Sex is a beautiful thing when you have it with someone that you love. Sex is more enjoyable when you have it with someone you love. There are some people who have discovered a way of having sex with no relationship, no strings attached, just sex. I don't know what you call that, but I have heard a lot about it. Sex, number 16, provides an opportunity for two of you to feel loved. When you have a spouse whose intent is to make you feel good to the maximum, you will feel really loved by having what? Good sex. Number 17, sex is a good way of passing idle time. Sex is a good way of passing idle time. When you two have free time and are just lazing around, what a better way to pass time as adults than making a sex sin? You've got an opportunity. You are idle, you have an opportunity, you have a chance to explore your partner by having sex. Number 18, sex takes away frustration. When you are frustrated and you have sex with your spouse, it will take that frustration away. There is nothing as frustrating as having a hard on or a wet vagina and dropping clitoris and no one to attend to it. Blessed are you when you have a spouse who will not let your hardness or wetness go to waste. You are married. Make use of that. Number 19. Sex takes away the need for porn and masturbation. Why touch yourself? Lust after porn starts when you have a really deal. When you have someone by your side. When you have someone in your life. When you have someone with you. Why should you long for porno? You start watching some weird movies. Make use. You cannot last to watch a porno when you have someone by your side. When you have someone you call your own. Number 20. Sex helps you build up memories to talk about in your retirement years. Create memories, things that you talk about in your retirement age, ladies and gentlemen. Sex helps you build up memories to talk about in your retirement years. One day, your penis and your vagina will retire. Believe me, you. That is our future. That's our future for everyone. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen. One day, your penis and your vagina will retire. When they do, you two will look back and remember the sex things you did and said to one another. What am I trying to say? Enjoy your sex while you can. There comes a time when you cannot have it anymore. Your penis and your vagina will come to retire. It will retire. So you will not be horny as much as you are now. Age is catching up with you. Retirement is a must, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying retirement from work, but retirement from sex activity, sexual activity. So sex helps you build memories to talk about in your retirement years. One day your penis and vagina will retire. When they do, you too will look back and remember the sex things you did, how you enjoyed and how you explored one another. When you do it this way, it stops being just sex. it becomes making love. There's a difference between having sex and making love. When you make love with your spouse that you love so dearly and cherish, it's called making love. Some people just have sex, ladies and gentlemen. You just want to have sex because it's your duty to do so. Make it a habit of making love to one another, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a habit of making love to your spouse. Having sex is what people do with prostitutes. It's one time, one night stand, which, like I said before, is a sin. Having sex is what teenagers do. And again, it's a sin. It's fornication. So what I'm trying to say here, discover ways of making love to your spouse. It becomes making love easier to one another. May your marriage have a healthy sex life made by the two of you. Make memories. Create scenes for the two of you. Create a sex scene. Memories that when you retire from having sex, when you can't have it anymore, ladies and gentlemen, you will look back and say, hey, sweetheart, you will have something to talk about when you retire. Believe me, if you want to have something to talk about, memories down the lane, have sex. It will help you create memories and have things to talk about and laugh about. You look back and say, sweetheart, we really enjoyed our sex life. Sex is a gift that was given to you, married people, by God Himself, who is the creator of the universe and the earth, who created all of us. I don't care the skin of your color. I don't care which country you're in. I don't care where you are. But we are all created by one God, who gave us sex to enjoy. That's why I say there is no sex for your skin color. There is no sex for tall. There is no sex for anybody special. Sex is sex and is supposed to be enjoyed by married people. It is a gift that was given to all human beings by God Himself, the initiator of love. And I always say, the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So if you want to be full of wisdom, first fear God. Don't fear human beings. Fear God. Because when you fear God, you will not do anything wrong to anyone, to anybody. But it's the fear of God that is is the fear of God that makes people humble before God and other human beings. Then people start seeing you as a weak person. No, you're not weak. You have the fear of God in you, and that is the beginning of wisdom. When you have wisdom, you will fear God. And if you put God first in your marriage, ladies and gentlemen, if you put God first in your relationship, if you put God first in your family, the sky will be the limit. God will take charge of your family. So if you want to have a good marriage, put God first in your marriage. The Bible says, seek the kingdom of God and everything else shall be added unto you. May God give you wisdom that surpasses human understanding, that will keep and sustain your marriage together. Like I always said, and I will remind you today, sex is not the only thing that can put a marriage together. Sex is a gift that was given to us by God to be enjoyed by married people. But that alone will not keep or sustain a marriage. You need to do more than sex to keep your marriage standing. Ladies and gentlemen, may God bless you and have a good sex marriage. Thank you so very much. May God bless you. For those who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, may God bless you. And those who are about to, my YouTube name is Samuel Ngoro. See you in my next video, and may God bless you. Have a lovely sex marriage life. Bye-bye.